who is Jagadguru Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj? The word Jagadguru, first of all, let me explain what this means. Guru means the one who dispels ignorance. The Vedas say, Gum Rauti iti Guruhu. The one who destroys ignorance is the Guru. Grinati Jnanam iti Guruhu. The one who gives knowledge is the Guru. So the one who destroys ignorance is the Guru. The one who gives knowledge is the Guru. Then you add the word Jagat before the word Guru, and the word Jagadguru means Guru of the entire world. Jagat meaning the world, Jagadguru meaning Guru of the world. That means that Jagadguru is the one who has the ability to destroy the ignorance of everyone in the world. Now, this term, and this title, Jagadguru, it's not from the Vedas or Vedic scriptures. This title has been devised by the great scholars of the scriptures. These days, many people say, oh, there's no true guru in the world. The world is full of imposters. And indeed, the situation is quite bad. It's not that there is no guru in the world. And yet, there are not hundreds of thousands of gurus either. It seems to us that there are more gurus than disciples in the world today, right? So we have this problem today, there's no doubt. But even more than 2,000 years ago, people had the same problem. People were saying, oh, there are so many imposters around. Where can we find a true guru? So 2,500 years ago, the scholars of the scriptures thought to themselves, and they held a meeting and they discussed this point, that the general public is very naive. You can go to a regular person on the street and you can say, look, I'm dressed in saffron robes, I have a tilak on my forehead, I'm wearing the right type of clothes, and I am a guru. Accept me as your guru. And the naive public doesn't know anything about who a guru is. The Vedas explain that a guru is one who must fulfill two conditions. One is Shrotriya, the other is Brahmanishta. Shrotriya means he must possess a complete knowledge of all the Vedas and all the Vedic scriptures, and in fact, all the scriptures in existence. He must have theoretical knowledge of all the scriptures. He must be proficient in all of them without exception. The second condition is Brahmanishta. That means that he must have a practical realization of God. He must be God realized. This is the definition of a guru. He must be Shrotriyam and Brahmanishtam, Mundakopanishad. But the general public doesn't know this. Most people, when they see someone wearing the saffron robes and wearing a big tilak on the forehead and with matted locks and so on and so forth, the general public thinks this is a guru. The scholars they spoke amongst themselves and they said, well, we should be able to detect the divinity of someone. We should be able to detect a true guru. Now, we are not gurus because we merely have read the scriptures. We don't have a practical realization of God. So many years ago, about 5 centuries ago, Kabir Das Ji, who was a humble weaver, but he was a true guru also. He was a saint, a God-realized soul. He was approached by the scholars of Kashi who said to him, you don't have any knowledge of the scriptures, and yet when you speak, multitudes come out to listen to you, and they are profoundly moved by what you say. And when we speak, although we have such great knowledge of the scriptures, yet we don't have the same effect on people. What is your secret? To this, Kabir Das Ji replied with humility. He said, I don't gain my knowledge from books. You read books and that is what you present before the public. But I speak from my inner experience. तुम कहते कागद की लेखी, मैं कहता आँखों की देखी. I speak from practical experience. You speak from reading books. So, the scholars thought to themselves, and they discussed this amongst themselves, we are not gurus, we are not divine, but we have the ability to detect the divinity within someone. And so they threw open a challenge. A shastrarth was going to be held, a debate of the scriptures. And a young man, whom we know today as Adi Shankaracharya, defeated one scholar after the other in these scriptural debates. And there came a point when there was no more scholar to be defeated. And so he was proclaimed as the first Jagadguru. That was the first time the word Jagadguru was used to mean a guru. This was the first time the title was given, the first time in Kali Yuga. Adi Shankaracharya was the first Jagadguru. Now, before he left his body at the tender age of 32, and it is known about him that Ashtavarshe Chaturvedi, at the age of 8, he knew the 4 Vedas. At the age of 8, he knew the 4 Vedas. Dwadashe Sarva Shastravet, at the age of 12, he knew all the Vedic scriptures. Shodashe Kritavan Bhashyam, at the age of 16, he was writing commentaries on scriptures. And Dvatrinshe Munirabhyagat, at the tender age of 32, he left his body. But before he left his body, he established 4 math or monasteries all over India, in the east, west, north, and south of India. And he put one capable disciple each in charge of these monasteries. And those 4 very capable disciples of Adi Shankaracharya came to be known as Jagadguru Shankaracharya as well. And that tradition has been carried on to this day. In other words, the seat of Jagadguru Shankaracharya is inherited. It goes from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And so today we have not only 4 Jagadguru Shankaracharyas, but even a 5th one has been added. But now let's look at the original Jagadgurus. After Adi Shankaracharya in history, the second Jagadguru was Jagadguru Nimbarkacharya. The third one, Jagadguru Ramanujacharya. The fourth one, Jagadguru Madhvacharya. Then for 700 years, there was no Jagadguru. Now this doesn't mean that no saint came to the world for 700 years. No, but none of them was chosen as Jagadguru. Then in 1957, on the 14th of January, on the Makar Sankranti day, the title of 5th Jagadguru was given to my Gurudev, Jagadguru Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj. He was only 34 years of age at the time. The scholars of Kashi, these are the greatest scholars of the scriptures, they invited that young man who was born Ram Kripalu Tripathi in Mangarh, which is a tiny village, part of the district Pratapgarh, and it's situated very close to the major city of Allahabad and the holy city of Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh, India. Shri Ram Kripalu Tripathi had never studied the scriptures. He does not have a guru. His formal education came to an end at the age of 16. He was chosen as 5th authentic Jagadguru in the history of Kali Yuga on the most auspicious day of Makar Sankranti, 14th of January, in 1957 by the 500 most proficient scholars of the scriptures. These 500 scholars are part of an organization called Kashi Vidvat Parishad. Now what happened was that 200 years ago, the scholars of the scriptures, they held a meeting and they decided that they would form an organization so that some great personality would not have to go all over the world holding debates, scriptural debates.